On WrestleMania 41 Night 1, we saw Jey Uso becoming the World Heavyweight Champion in a pretty controversial finish. But was this bad as you think? I wonder what the Great One feels about that. Oh, I'll tell you. Watch the video. Multiple title changes, wild moments, and people... there's always a plan B. I mean a plan C, I guess? Never trust Seth Rollins, never trust Paul Heyman. People, let's talk about WrestleMania 41 Night 1. First of all, happy WrestleMania, everybody. Sorry I look rough. The premium live event literally just ended at 6 AM in my country. I'm running on coffee and coke. Okay, cheers. As a reviewer, I might say a lot of nice things about the premium live event. I might say some nasty things about the premium live event. But people... this is going to be a very different review, very different opinion, very different view on the premium live event than any other wrestling YouTuber you're about to watch. Let me put it this way. WrestleMania to me, as a wrestling fan, is like Christmas. It would take a lot for me to legitimately hate a WrestleMania. With all the good and bad, it's all about the spectacle, the atmosphere. Mark much? Yes. That being said, this was night 1, part 1 of WrestleMania. And did I find anything offensively bad? I know a lot of you are going to disagree. You might be angry at me. I enjoyed the show. I know barely anything was really groundbreaking, but we got the moments, we got the title changes, we got good wrestling, and I even liked the matches that some people thought were absolutely horrendous. One thing I didn't like is that a lot of finishes felt anticlimactic. It felt like the finish wasn't synced with the audience, if that makes any goddamn sense. But people, my beautiful wrestling fans, never lose the ability to watch professional wrestling and have just a little bit of a casual fan inside of you. Not in a way that you think. If I'll ever come to the point where I'm watching WrestleMania and I legitimately criticize everything and can't find anything enjoyable, I'll just stop watching professional wrestling. I feel like nowadays a lot of wrestling fans lost the plot. Critique is good, we're supposed to critique it. It's more of a TV show than a sport. But if you literally can't enjoy everything, the second something doesn't go your way, that is a miserable way to watch professional wrestling. First of all, the set was absolutely beautiful. In an era where even Raw and SmackDown don't really have sets anymore, I really appreciate that. This was Wade's first WrestleMania as an announcer, and I think he absolutely killed it. And the show kicks off with Triple H's Hall of Fame induction speech, part 2 out of 10. It's a joke, by the way. I absolutely love Triple H's Hall of Fame speech. And the first match was actually the World Heavyweight Championship match between Jey Uso and Gunther. So Jey Uso had an amazing entrance. Obviously, everybody is eating. That was the big moment. Gunther, however, doesn't give a shit. So how do I put this? I did enjoy the match. I think it was a decent match, and considering Jey Uso had a horrible match last year, I mean, what an improvement, right? At one point in the match, there was a horrible powerbomb, like so bad we didn't even get a bump. I did like the title spot. It seemed like Gunther is going to win this match, but Jey Uso kicked out. But sure, I did feel like something was missing in this match. Like, it clearly wasn't. Jey Uso was loved by the WWE fans, but it almost felt kind of forced. And I have such mixed feelings on the finish, people, because on one hand, it took so many finishers and even Gunther's own submission move to put him down. Yes, Gunther tapped out in seconds. And Jey Uso is your new World Heavyweight Champion. We got a celebration with Jimmy Uso. Beautiful moment. Beautiful, beautiful moment. But I do have some concerns. So I'm not sure how to feel about that, because on one hand, I'm like, okay, Gunther just tapped out. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of Gunther using a title, a weapon, and still losing by tapping out. It makes him look a bit weak. On the other hand, he tapped him out with the same move that got Jimmy Uso injured. For the story, it makes absolute sense. I also don't know how to feel about this match opening the show. It didn't feel as big as I thought it would, in a way. I don't know how to explain that. For me personally, and this is a crazy take, Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther felt like a bigger moment, and I don't even know why. I mean, it did the job, it wasn't bad by any means. I guess I did have higher expectations out of this, and I'm so happy Jey Uso is a champion. He deserves it. Say what you will, The guy is crazy over, it makes sense, and I can't wait to see what WWE are going to cook with this, hopefully something good. But with an okay match, questionable finish, I kinda understand how some wrestling fans might feel. But again, with that being said, seeing him celebrating with Jimmy, it was a beautiful moment. But the attack on Jimmy Uso, the blood, didn't really translate too well into this match. I really thought we're going to see a little bit more brutality. The second match was the World Tag Team Championship match, and I know what you're thinking. Why wasn't it the TLC match that is literally going to happen on SmackDown out of all the places? And at first I was like, well, that's because Big E's coming out, we're going to get a moment. WrestleMania is all about moments, this one is going to have a moment. It didn't. So now I'm with ya. Why wasn't it a TLC match? Because variety is always good in professional wrestling, and TLC match would have been absolutely amazing on this premium live event. This match suffered from the second match curse. Y'all know, WrestleMania, second match, people are kinda chilling. They gave it their all in the first match, and now they're just chillin'. Which is kind of a shame because the match was actually really good. It was entertaining right off the bat because I feel like they knew this is the second match, we gotta make people care. Unfortunately, the crowd didn't give a shit. All in all, I think it was an entertaining match. New Day became new WWE World Tag Team Champions, which is a big moment. I mean, they're great heels, they absolutely deserve it, and that's the moment I wanted to see. I just thought, okay, WrestleMania is all about moments. I really thought Big E is going to come out or something like that, but I'm happy with the result. So even these weaker spots of the show didn't feel offensively bad to me. I was like, this is part one of a two-night WrestleMania. Nothing on this premium live event told me this is the worst Mania ever. We got Naomi versus Jade. That was a good performance. I didn't expect as much out of this match because, like, let's be real, Jade is still new in professional wrestling, she's still learning, but I feel like I kinda underappreciated her, underrated her in a way, because this went hard. Unfortunately, we did get the predictable result, which makes sense. It does make sense, I understand. Jade won the match, and again, she's better than I remember. Naomi's doing a great job, which is obvious at this point, we discussed that. She got a new theme song, which is great, she needs it. I don't really feel like this is going to do any harm to Naomi's character. She's a heel, she lost at WrestleMania out of all the places in a singles match at WrestleMania. WWE are definitely high on Naomi, she's going to thrive. This is going to be Naomi's and Seth Rollins' year. I'm pretty sure. Okay, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu was so much better than I thought it would be. Loved LA Knight's entrance. I never thought this is going to be a bad match, but I also didn't consider this being one of the best matches of the night. It's kinda crazy LA Knight was getting so much slander for being a bad wrestler, which clearly these accusations gotta end after this match, right? A lot of chemistry between the two. And something I never thought I would see, a mid-air BFD, which didn't end the match, which is crazy. Part of me wishes WWE saved it for a finish someday. So far, this was the best match of the night because people ate it up, everybody loved it, the match was really good, and Jacob Fatu became the new United States champion. What a moment. And look at that cameo, people. The most dangerous people in the professional wrestling business. You look at them wrong, there goes your finger. I'm so happy for Jacob Fatu. Obviously, doesn't feel good seeing LA Knight losing, but this was a great performance. LA Knight was not buried. You know, WWE could have easily said Jacob Fatu is a monster. He's like this Umaga-like character. He's gonna squash LA Knight because we gotta make him look really strong. But WWE realized LA Knight is also popular and fans love the guy. He's over. We can't bury this man. Remember these 59-hour WrestleManias? They could have easily said, well, we need to cut time. LA Knight is getting squashed. I'll say this, one thing that surprised me is that we didn't see any interference from Solo Sikoa. That definitely surprised me. Then we got Rey Fenix versus El Grande Americano. Yes, not Rey Mysterio, because Rey Mysterio unfortunately got injured. So he said, you know what? It's gonna be other Rey, who's not quite as booyaka. I love this video package so much. They dubbed Chad Gable's voice. You know what, people? This gimmick won me over. It's kinda hilarious. The match was really fun. Like, I did expect a little bit more, maybe more time in this one, but this was literally like a lucha match. Like, you couldn't tell that Chad Gable is, you know, not necessarily this type of wrestler because my man was moving like crazy and sometimes you wonder, I didn't know Chad Gable can do that. The match, though, was exactly what I thought it would be. especially the finish. We got the metal plate, Phoenix injured his leg, and I think the intention was to hurt his injured leg with the ankle lock, but he did it on the wrong leg. Whatever the case may be, he did win the match because of that metal plate. So I was wrong. I legitimately thought Rey Mysterio or Rey Fenix is going to win this match because it's going to backfire, but it worked out just fine. And he didn't unmask himself, so, you know, I'm watching you, Mark Henry. Oh my god, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. First of all, great entrances. Tiffany with the Barbie entrance, Charlotte with the fancy entrance, looked like an absolute star. Okay, here's the time for the controversial take. I thought the match was good. I really did. It was sloppy at times, I understand. It didn't feel like a typical wrestling match. But you know what? There wasn't a single time in this match where I felt like they're boring me. Like something was happening all the time. The match was really stiff. It didn't allow you to get bored. And in a way, it's like almost as if this match really needed to be like that. I was surprised by how many wrestling fans hated this match. They said it looks like they legitimately hate each other. Yes. That's the point, great! Look, it wasn't a perfect match by any means, but the idea that this was the worst match of the night, unwatchable, unbearable, brother, how? I might be wrong, I feel like people are saying this because it wasn't a typical wrestling match and also they hate Charlotte Flair, so obviously they're rejecting this rivalry. I don't know, man, I like when WWE make me care. It was unplanned, I guess, but they made me care about the storyline. I thought the match was fine. Seeing them work together kinda made me even more excited about this match, anyway. And sure, we got a lot of sloppy moments, I understand, that was bad. You know, look, I didn't get bored during this match. That's what matters to me. I thought it was decent. Unfortunately, Charlotte broke Tiffany's teeth. Not gonna lie though, that looked pretty badass. And the finish again was kinda underwhelming. I don't know what it was about this show, but some of these finishes were just like, oh, that's the finish. Like you're not ready for it and it just happens. All I'm telling you is, it wasn't as bad as people are making it out to be. It really wasn't. What was legitimately great though was the main event, so I love the entrance. Seth Rollins with the attire switcheroonie, Roman Reigns with the bloodline trance. CM Punk had a video package with This Fire Burns playing. Oh my god. I miss the song so much. Living Color's live performance, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 CM Punk attire. Nostalgia was crazy, people, and oh my god, what a match. Y'all know I'm in love with triple threat matches. This match would probably get a lot of criticism for overusing finishers, but again, it's the main event of WrestleMania. In these cases, you gotta understand. And you know the crazy thing about this match is that nothing was really on the line. Legitimately, no championships. But in the middle of the match, they made me feel like everything's on the line. They were going absolutely crazy in this match. One of the greatest WrestleMania triple threat matches ever. It felt like everything is on the line, and I love the finish. Paul Heyman decided to get involved, right? He gave the chair to CM Punk, and you knew he's about to do something. He was behind him. So he did a little nut work, and Roman Reigns is all happy, right? Swing the chair, my tribal chief. And then you knew Paul Heyman is gonna do it. And he did the same thing to Roman Reigns. And I love the fact that Seth Rollins didn't even look, he knew. The match continues, and Seth Rollins wins the match, stands tall with Paul Heyman, pushes the referee, get the F out of here. Seth Rollins is a Paul Heyman guy. A result you probably knew is going to happen. Like, I literally predicted almost every single match so far correctly, but still, the delivery was great because they teased every single scenario. They teased Paul Heyman with CM Punk, they teased him with Roman Reigns during this match, and then, of course, it happened. I wonder how is he going to be called? My savior? Literally, Seth Rollins kinda saved Paul Heyman. People, this is perfect booking. A cliffhanger. Now you can't wait to see Raw after WrestleMania. What Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins are going to say. This rivalry is definitely going to continue. Now Roman Reigns and CM Punk won't necessarily work together, but they will understand each other way better than before. Seth Rollins is doing some of the best work of his career. Mark my words, people. This is going to be the best version of Seth Rollins. I'm so excited about this. And people, that was your WrestleMania 41 Night 1. I'll see you in the second review. I really enjoyed the show. For part 1, I think it was decent. Partly, I enjoyed it because it's WrestleMania, but like I've said, I didn't feel like anything was necessarily bad. Questionable, sure. And to end this video, I want to thank you all because I've been doing these WrestleMania reviews since WrestleMania 32. So yeah, I guess I'm getting old, and I just wanted to say that I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.